A very good morning to all the students of class 10. In the previous tutorial, we had started another lesson, the 100 dresses, part 1. We are going to continue this lesson from where we had left. Okay, let's start. Madeline, that is Maddie, wanted Peggy to stop teasing Wanda Petronsky. This was what Madeline wished for. Today, even though they had been late to school, Maddie was glad she had not had to make fun of Wanda. Now, Maddie did not want to make fun of Wanda, but somehow she was with Peggy. She had to see all those who were making fun of Wanda. Today she was very glad. Why she was very glad? She was glad because Wanda was nowhere to be seen. She had been absent and she did not had to see Peggy making fun of Wanda. So she was glad, she was happy somehow. That was her arithmetic classroom going on, and she was working absent-mindedly. Why absent-mindedly? Because she was thinking something else. She was not concentrating on her studies, but there were certain things that was going on to her mind. What was that? She wanted to write a note. She decided to write a note to Peggy about let's not make fun of Wanda Petronsky from now on. She did a start to a note to Peggy after finishing up her arithmetic questions, but suddenly she stopped in between. Suddenly she stopped and shuddered. She shivered because suddenly there was a picture that came into her mind that all the girls in the school, including Peggy and other girls, had found a new target, and that target was none other than Maddie herself. Why? Because Maddie had been wearing the dresses, the old dresses of Peggy, and Maddie's mother would try to make some new designs or would add something to the old clothes of Peggy to make it new ones for Maddie. Maddie's mother had tried to disguise with new trimmings so no one in room 13 would recognize it that Maddie is wearing Peggy's dresses. So she got scared. She shivered and she thought not to continue writing a note to Peggy, because if she will going to write a note, maybe it's possible that the girls might find a new target, and that new target could be Maddie herself. Then she thought another thing. She thought that even if everyone's making fun of Wanda, what's the difference will it make? If only Peggy would decide of her own accord to stop having fun with Wanda. Oh, well, Maddie ran her hand through her short blonde hair as though to push the uncomfortable thoughts away. What difference did it make? So, she thought that what difference it would make whether they make fun of Wanda or not. Let's not write a note to Peggy. She told that page where she was about to write a note to Peggy, as Peggy was her best friend and best liked girl in the whole room, and she could not do anything wrong because she was the most fabulous girl in the class and she couldn't do something wrong. So Maddie skipped the idea of writing a note to Peggy. Wanda, she was just a girl who lived up in Boggings Height. So Wanda used to live in the Boggings Height, and she was the only girl in the school, very quiet, do not she doesn't like talking to anyone. She always remained alone. Maddie remembers that Wanda used to tell her about the pale blue dress with colored trimmings. She also remember that she also had a brilliant jungle green with a red sash dress. She also had that. So she was remembering her 100 dresses that Wanda used to tell them. Thinking about the dresses Wanda had told them about, Maddie began wondering about who's going to win the contest. Which contest? Drawing and coloring contest that had just happened few days back. She was sure that the drawing winner would be Peggy, because she can draw very good drawings. She can draw better than anyone in the class. She could copy a picture in a magazine or some film star's head, so that you could tell almost who it was. So Maddie was sure that Peggy will win this contest. They were very excited because tomorrow, the next day, that means the announcement for the winner will going to be declared by the teacher. Maddie, finally the day came for the declaration of the result. Maddie and Peggy both hurried to the school under Peggy's umbrella because it was drizzling, it was raining, and they couldn't wait for Wanda that day because obviously it was raining, and how could they wait in that way in rain, under rains? So they didn't wait for Wanda Petronsky. They weren't taking chance at all for being late because they really wanted to hear who's the winner. They really wanted to listen to the announcement Miss Mason would make the day. The minute they entered the classroom, they were wonderstruck. They stopped and gasped. There were drawings all over the room, and all the drawings were about 100 pages, 100 dresses, brilliant colors, lavish designs, all drawn on great sheets of wrapping papers. It was beautifully drawn, and it was at least 100 of them all lined up. And these were the drawings of the drawing contest, and they were gasped to see those designs. It was amazing. Everybody stopped, whistled, murmured admiringly. They were very excited. And when Miss Mason entered the class to announce the winners, she announced first from the boys category. It was Jack Beggles who had won the boys contest designed for an outboard motor, which was placed in room number 12, along with sketches of all other boys. And finally the announcement was about to be made for the girls category, and Miss Mason made an announcement that the girl who had won this competition drew 100 designs, all different, all beautiful, and it was none other than Wanda Petronsky. Miss Mason announced that Wanda Petronsky is the winner of the girls' medal. Unfortunately, Wanda had been absent from the school for few days, so therefore she was not there to receive the applause. So Miss Mason announced that maybe she can come tomorrow and we can give her the medal the next day. The children burst into applause. Even the boys were glad to have a chance to stamp on the floor, put their fingers in their mouth and whistle. Though they were not interested in dresses, but they were cheerful, they were happy. Maddie, after the announcement, after listening to Miss Mason, after watching all those drawings, she told Peggy that that's that blue one she told us about. Isn't it beautiful? Yes, said Peggy, and here's that green one, boy, and I thought I could draw. So, at last, both the girls realized that those dresses which Wanda Petronsky would talk about, that she's having 100 dresses all lined up in her closet, velvet color, velvet design, all colors. She was talking about those drawings that she had drawn. Though she was very quiet, very submissive girl, but the talent behind that quiet shy girl was incredible. The message of the lesson is that we should not discriminate people on the basis of their caste, color, religion, ethnic origin. Here, Wanda Petronsky faces racial discrimination against her. What is racial discrimination? Racial discrimination is any discrimination against individuals on the basis of their skin, color, or racial or ethnic origin. People can discriminate by refusing to talk, to socialize, or to share resources with people of a certain group. And here in this lesson, Wanda Petronsky was facing racial discrimination by her classmates and other girls, including Peggy and Maddie. This racial discrimination has an adverse impact on the people. Here, Wanda Petronsky, belonging to a Polish community, she was a Polish girl who faced discrimination when she goes to a school. There are a lot of instances in the lesson which shows the racial discrimination against her. The people around her makes her feel low about how she dresses, how she looks, and how strange her name is. But as we say, the famous quote that do not judge the book by its cover, similarly what Wanda Petronsky was. She was quiet and submissive just because nobody had ever come to her to talk, to be friendly, to be friends with her. So she thought better to be quiet and concentrated more on her talent, more on her artistic skill that she had, and that was painting, that was drawing sketches and the dresses that she used to draw. And this talent of hers came into light when there was a contest held in the school where she drew 100 dresses, all different colors, dazzling colors, and perfectly drawn. Unfortunately, she was not there to receive the applause. In the second part of the lesson, you will come to know that where Wanda Petronsky had gone to, why she was absent for so many days. So students, you have learned a lesson from this chapter, the 100 Dresses 1, that don't discriminate among yourself on the basis of your caste, creed, religion. or any ethnic group. Be a human, live and let live.